Huh, that's interesting. Try that again. There we go. Oh man, that was weird. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, I got. I get it. I get it. I get it. Wait, no, I don't get it. What the fuck? Oh my god, what is it? Oh, whatever. Oh my god, this browser, man. This browser. Oof. It's even more. Wait. Huh? Wait, hold on. What is happening on my end of this? What? Caps off? And it's somehow still cap. What? The actual shit? Hmm. Cool, my browser has gone fucking insane. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Christ. Alright, folks, we're here. We are at the knuckles part. I should probably turn this off also. The knuckles part. Alright. Before I do that though, I am gonna make a slight adjustment with this. I know I turned down the volume a little bit on the OBS, and in fact, I should probably go ahead and do my regular audio check right now, just to see where we're at. And it still definitely is pretty loud. Okay, I'm gonna play it safe, actually, and do a little more on both of these. Probably the like right here is probably good. That'll do. That'll do. I was looking through the last part. Noticed. Oh wait, that audio is actually kind of out of whack. Not gonna lie. But I digress. Sonic 3 time, baby. Let's go. Wasting no time here. Nice how they kept the animations for the start of the level here. Really cool. Marble Garden. Now here's a level that I don't have necessarily the most fondest memory. I should learn to keep my mouse way over there. Probably I think there's an OBS setting to turn that off anyway. I should probably look into that. But I will admit I do have a lot of fun during the first act in particular with it when it comes to this level here. Just because of how many slopes and speedy sections are in this area. And the background's really pretty too. It's very picturesque. It looks like it's a painting, you know. Not necessarily traditionally Sonic, I believe, but we welcome new things. Also, Chaos Emerald. God, which one is this one on? I don't even know which one we're on. I think we're on the 5th Emerald? You've noticed I'm skipping that last 4. That's for the sake of the perfect. Feeling a little greedy, one will say. Might be doing myself a favor if I just sort of half jump these. Because the speed should carry me over the 2 block range anyway, or 2 orb range, I guess, more accurately. Although I do wonder how that'll fare with the ones that I've already collected on the way here. That is definitely a mystery. Okay. I didn't know this one went on for so long. Actually, I haven't played this one in a hot minute. But I think this is the last of the rings. Yep, okay, so that was supposed to be the last bit, so now we're making our way back to collect the remaining blue spheres we left behind. Which by the time we get to those 2 orb jumps, we should have enough speed to just make that happen. Uh-oh. Yeah, like that. Oh, shit. This is really risky. Fuck! Alright, jump too early. Alright, we're fine. We've got more than enough attempts at this. We'll try not to make them 2 jumps. Instead, we'll just stick to keeping them at 1. As tempting as it is to just grab, like, both of them right then and there. How's it going? It is pretty good. Standard stuff, mostly. Can't complain. Don't grab that, actually. Sticking to the plan! I'm so glad Tails can't actually do anything to mess you up here. That'd be tragic. Come to think of it, I probably could have just grabbed that those set of 4 at the very beginning and then just left like 1 I don't know, that might have been a little too risky. Speaking of... There we go. Alright, feeling the speed increase. Alright, we're almost there. And boom. There we go. This isn't Bleach Rebirth of Souls. True. It's not. Infamously not, even. This is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, this is number 6. We're almost done. So I need to finish watching Bleach. I still need to actually start Bleach. You're ahead of me on the curve on that one. Oh yeah, that's right. This zone has one of those. Has a pretty unique enemy. I'm actually, kind of a big fan of. Not like I guess like traditionally a big fan, but I appreciate them. Marble Garden has these like spike enemies that kind of just are disguised as spikes, but the spikes actually don't hurt you. Is the interesting thing. But what they do is they shoot projectiles. That's actually a pit of spikes right here. No touching. I wonder if I can like. Nah. 1000-Year Blood War will be DLC for Bleach Rebirth of Souls. Nice. Hey Sonic City, welcome back to the show. Oh, and I guess a glimpse of the mini boss there. I'm around episode 100. I guess what do you think of it so far? Without spoiling too much for dear old me. That's the knuckle section. Won't go that way. Yeah, these little things. Pretty neat. The tops, the spinning tops. Who could forget the spinning tops? These annoying to navigate motherfuckers. Nope, I needed those. I really needed that platform to stay there. Oh well. Hey, these respawn though, that's good. Best part about the tops is when they're spinning and they touch the ground, they launch you forward pretty far. So that's pretty neat. Oh, and Bubbles, the balloon, the spike balloon enemy. Yeah. Ironically, they're a lot more dangerous than they come off as, because like the spikes are kind of the pattern that they have for the spikes is kind of funny, and I swear they're placed in a way that you'll encounter them almost always with spikes out or with spikes ready to come out right when you hit them, which would result in, of course, of you getting hit. I spied something further this way. I'm not sure though. I won't bother with that bonus stage yet. I will, however, look into, or I should have looked into while I had the chance. Oh, hello. Oh! Nice. Pretty good. Nice. Wait, I think that's a ring. Yep, there's another ring. Alright, who's ready for 7th emerald, baby? I remember this one. Weird how this wasn't the... Weird how I didn't get this one sooner. Oh well. There's this like big giant plus sign shaped set of blue spheres you can encircle. That's where the majority of your rings are coming from in this one. And I think we came back... Yeah, it was from this way. Jump, jump, jump. That's kind of scary. Anything involving jumping in these are pretty freaky. This is the last set of the rings. Boom. Boom. Nice. And that's the 7th emerald. Hooray! And now we can be a supersonic. I'll probably be a little lighter on the supersonic this go around than I was in Sonic 2. Just on the basis of, I don't... Well, there's a few reasons for it. First, I abused the fuck out of supersonic in Sonic 2. And the second one, I don't really need it here as much as I did in 2. I don't think 3 is as bullshit-ridden as 2 is. I say as I get hit by a ball of spikes and almost crushed with a bit of yeah. But yeah, look, I'm holding on to like 271 rings pretty handily here. It's not really that big a deal, I don't think. Whee! Fire shield could be pretty handy here, though. There's no lava or anything like that, but it is kind of good to have them rather than not. You know, I never knew what this liquid was. Is it supposed to be like oh, fuck. I'm not really sure what to make of this, but you can drown in it, so don't go in it. Shit. Oh my god. Well, there went Supersonic. Like I was gonna use him anyway. The temptation, though, is pretty strong. So that's the Act 1 boss. Oh, which, you know what reminds me? There's a lot of stuff that about Sonic 3 that I promised last part that I was going to, like, deep throat the game as much as possible. I intend to fulfill that promise. So, I guess we'll start with, and I mentioned it briefly last part too. This game has a far more robust soundtrack. I think even in comparison to something like Sonic CD, which for a Genesis era game was pretty robust in its own right. But not even Sonic CD did this. Sonic 3 has, for each act of every zone, which there are 2 at most, no secret third act bullshit, like Metropolis Zone anyway. But every act of every zone has its own kind of, Okay, drop dash is futile here. But every act has its own, I guess, remix of the zone motif, which is really cool. Because you get like the Act 1, which is like your base motif, your introduction to the zone, and then Act 2's version of that song will kind of spice it up a little bit. And I think it's even environmentally, like, dependent a little bit. Because, like, for example, you saw in Angel Island, right? Act 1 was pretty tropical. You know, you kind of just got there. But then by Act 2, the whole place is on fire, and the music reflects that atmosphere shift a fair bit. I think, for the most part, every zone in the game does this pretty successfully. I didn't grab that. Why? I likely won't grab that one up there either. Jesus. Oh well. But yeah, it's really good, and a lot of these, especially the Act 2 versions, I tend to find more enjoyable than Act 1's. Not saying much, because I still like them, like all around. But yeah, it's really good. And in addition to, oh my god, where am I going? Oh, down here. And in addition to that, there's also the Act 1 mini-bosses that you have at the end of Act 1. So every act will end with a boss, which I guess on paper sounds like a downgrade, but not really. No, the bosses don't really feel repetitive. They're all pretty unique ideas, and they do reflect the level that they are supposed to represent pretty well. I don't think any of them are really bullshitting you. At least not too badly. Well, no, there is one that I dread fighting every time, and I will use Super for, no matter what. Like, you couldn't pay me to fight the bastard without Supersonic. But this is like way later in the game. I can't stand this Act 1 boss. It's terrible. But beyond that, he's the exception to the rule. So I wouldn't really, like, say, oh yeah, no, this is, where's my end of the level sign twirl at? Oh, that's a bit of spikes. Strange temple we have here on Angel Island too. I am kind of curious to know about the lore of this place, but there's not really much of it to see. Especially these uncanny looking faces that shoot arrows at you. Oh, that would have hit me if he didn't retract the spikes just then. Nice. Nice. Also, fuck you, Spring. I guess if we're going to pay attention to some detail here, visually I think the game's an upgrade to all of the other games in this collection. Actually, all of the other games of the Genesis era in general. I think Sonic 3 has the best art style going on, specifically regarding its pixel art, right? Because like Sonic's design here in the game is far more detailed, and he looks a lot more present, I guess. It looks less flat than he did in the previous games. Which, not to say that those designs were bad at all, because they were really good. Even for 91, in Sonic 1's case, I think the sprite work that was done for Sonic 1 was really good. Also, this fucking gimmick right here of the platforms collapsing. Yeah, just get your ass moving through this section, because otherwise you will get crushed and die and have to redo the whole thing. It's happened to me before. I was almost I was actually convinced that was a real bed of spikes for a second, and I was really just about to land on top of it on purpose. Shows me. Oh no! Ah, come on. Alright. This is a pretty interesting boss fight. So you have Tails carry you while Eggman attempts to penetrate you with his drill from various directions. But you can actually land, as I demonstrated, you can land some extra hits on him before the fight even begins, which pretty much nukes him for the rest of the fight. Damn, I just got my, I just started my game up. Xbox controller's not working. Right, things are... Hold on. Things like left is cancel, etc. I check settings, controller set to PlayStation, change the Xbox, stops working completely. Oh my god, really? What's the progress on that? Is it doing any better? Did you see my DM? I did, and I will respond to it. Carnival Night is such a fun-looking zone. Now, what the fuck is it doing on Angel Island? Like... I guess the fun... Oh, that... Actually, wait, no, I needed that guy. Damn it. I killed him. Maybe I can, like, spin dash and jump? Nice, I can spin dash and jump. Cool. Carnival Night is, really fun. But, yeah, no, in lore, actually, I'm at a... This place draws blanks for me. Because, like, for context, for the plot of Sonic 3, we're on the floating island, Angel Island, right? Well, it's not floating right now, because of a recently crashed space station. Yeah, no, how did this get here? I don't know how. Carnival just spawned here. Did Eggman make it, like, in his brief time in being here so far? If so, that's actually the funniest answer you can give me, because the man's obsessed with making these sort of things, apparently. That could have killed me if I did that at the wrong time. I will never do that again. Sonic CD, wee! Oh. Sure, we'll take a bubble shield, why not? Never really get to make those there very don't really get to use those very often. At least not for their intended purpose. Oh my god! Oh my god, wait, okay. Yo, try out Sonic Origins Ultra Pixel mod. I know exactly... I know exactly what you're talking about. I'm lying partially. I've never actually heard of that. But I bet I know what it does. I really bet I know what it does. Among other things, I bet a lot of the reasons why people mod this is to... And it's not even that big of a mod. It's for the soundtrack, because there's a few tracks in Sonic 3 that had to be recomposed for this release. Among the levels that were redone is this one, Carnival Night. This is not the track that you hear playing on the original Genesis version. You get a very different track. And I think this one's based off of the PC port back in 90... Was it 90? Fuck. I don't know which one. But it was a PC version of this game that had different music composed for it, and this is what was based off, and that's what this was based off of. And before someone says it, I'm aware of the fact that music was also technically the first version of the piece. Oh, you can just do that. It's complicated. The story of Sonic 3 soundtrack is really fucking complicated, and I could spend like weeks going through it, and we wouldn't even be like halfway through the whole conversation yet. I will say this though, the tracks that were done for the Genesis version, I think most people are of the consensus that that one is the better one. I can't get that ring anymore. Fuck. Wait, hold on. I know what I can do. Hold on. Wait, nope. There we go. Get your fat ass up there. No! Don't! Damn it! No, not you! Come back! Best I got a lore video? I would... The only thing I feel like with the lore with lore videos is that I don't think there's a lore video out there that would actually answer my question on this. There we go. I don't think there's an actual answer to this, like anywhere, like ever, like none given in supplementary material, none given in the game certainly. And I don't even think there's like a real serious like fan like interpretation or reason for why this might be present. Beyond like the half joke, half serious answer I gave, which was Eggman just really fucking loves carnivals and insists on building one everywhere he goes. Which, like I said, is the funny answer. But you know, not really the. Oh my god, that nearly killed me. Not really the kind of answer you'd get from a lore video. Oh, this boss. This boss is okay. Kind of annoying, but it's okay. So the idea is to kind of like hit the top like that, and then let his projectile thing hit him. So you kind of have to keep doing this. Oh my god. What? What? You can do that? Oh, never mind. No, you can't. Yeah, just keep like stunning him and let the projectile attack him. But you want to do this in enough time before that platform beneath you gets destroyed. So don't take too long with this fight. Not that you'd want to. The fight's not as not as fun as it looks. Oh, fine, I'll take the fucking electric shield. Jesus, I won't complain about that. Electric shield's my favorite one. But going back to the music for a second, I suppose, I will play devil's advocate a little bit. I remember... Oh, and there goes my electric... I should have kept the bubble shield. I should have kept the bubble shield. God damn it. Oh, speaking of bubble shield, here's one right here. I'll play devil's advocate for a moment, and say that, I don't necessarily mind... I don't necessarily mind the music we got from this version of Sonic 3. I think it's very serviceable, especially in Carnival Night's case, because I think like, while, yeah, it's not as good or memorable. I think memorable might be the more accurate word. It's not as memorable as the Genesis sound. It's still, I think, very fitting. You know, I think it works to service the level motif pretty spot on. That being said, I also think that out of all the levels that did get their music redone, I think Carnival Night had it the best. So that's pretty much me saying that the other levels that did get music redone probably leave a slightly more awkward taste in your mouth. Assuming that you're... Tails? Oh my... You deserve that. Oh my god. Get off of my platform. I didn't get to see that one. Oh, gee. Oh yeah, and these barrel things. Carnival Night is known for one thing, and that is this gimmick right here. The barrels that you have to ride to get to higher or lower elevations. Oh my god, that fucking bat. Apparently people had a hard time figuring this out, back in the day. Not me, because I never made it to this level when I was a kid. And by the time I did get here, I was already very aware of the gimmick, so... No struggle for me. If you were wondering, by the way, what the giant rings did after obtaining all the emeralds, it instantly gives you 50 rings. It's basically a hey, here's a activate supersonic button for you, bud. Congratulations for finding yet another giant ring. Which explains why I have currently 248 rings in my possession. Oh, hey, Knuckles. I hope you don't do anything stupid like turning off the lights. Well, gosh darn. Hey, this is our first time seeing the guy after Angel Island Zone, I think. Yep, no, it is, yeah. He's still impeding. Something else I'm sure at least somebody's noticing is the levels in Sonic 3 are a fair deal longer. Why is that? Hold on, motherfucker. Damn it! Yeah, the levels in Sonic 3 are a fair deal longer, which is going into what I had said last part about how Sonic 3's approach to encouraging exploration in their levels was through a more, hey, let's give the levels more width. And I compared it to Sonic CD's answer to that same question, which was, hey, let's make our levels taller. Tails is still stuck up there. Is he okay? Well, now he is. Oh, bitch. Oh. Oh man, this is taking me back to to 2022 discourse. Man, the Sonic community is so fun to be a part of. It's so unhinged sometimes. people give it, people give them slack for being some of the worst online communities on the planet Earth. I've encountered at least one that's worse, so it's fine. And if you're curious, it's Persona 3. But man, Sonic fans do have a tendency, and I speak of this as a fellow part of that community. Man, we have a knack for complaining about the most mundane of shit. Of course, what I'm referring to is the music changes when Origins was still fresh on the scene. Oh yeah, this was the barrel. This specific barrel, because that gate right there locks you off from returning to a previous point in the level. It's this barrel right here that people got stuck at almost universally. But yeah, no, all you have to do is just stand on it and then hold up and down on the D-pad. It's a mystery that's been solved many a times. Oh wow. Curved architecture. That could have killed me. Trying to look why there's a casino on Angel Island, finds a theme park on Angel Island that burned down in 1940s. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Well, not that incident. Very tragic. I don't know. But yeah, no, there's not really like a reason that anyone's ever given, ever. I'm not even sure if... I might be the first person to have ever thought about it. I don't know. Because judging off of how little discourse there's around it, it kind of makes me think, like, gee golly. Actually, I'm not sure. I'm sure someone has at least proposed a question about it. But I don't think it's a question that anyone's ever actually taken seriously. I guarantee you, though, if this level was widely despised and hated, then it probably would be brought up a bit more often as a point of critique. Anyway, the actual boss. Eggman, and yet another very interesting looking machine. I'm not sure what to make of this one. Damn, I killed him before he could even... Yeah, that's the power of the Insta Shield for you. Destroy bosses before they can even really do their main thing. Looks up Sonic Origins lore, finds how Sonic was created instead, starts banging head against the wall. Yeah, that was your first mistake. I was looking up Sonic Origins lore. I'm using Sonic Origins in the title of this for convenience. No one really calls this, like, these games collectively the Sonic Origins because, it's not, kind of. Like, the collection's name is Sonic Origins. But I guess if you wanted to find more concrete answers, you would instead look up Sonic 3 lore, and then, even then, you want to make sure that you're not, pulling up results for the movie by accident, you know? Since now we have 2 Sonic 3s, and technically 3 Sonic 3s, if you want to count Sonic and Knuckles as its own thing. I personally wouldn't, but... Also, ice caps were really nice. It took us a while to get a winter-themed level. Sonic 1 didn't really have one. Sonic City almost had one to my collection, but it was one of the scrap zones, and Sonic 2 obviously didn't have one either. And I believe this is also the first instance of Sonic being on a board of any kind. sliding down the icy slopes, which would inspire many other levels and spin-offs in the future. It's always nice to see where these sort of things come from. And by God, is it really effective here. Ice Cap is one of the levels that also got its music changed between the Genesis version and and this collection. So this isn't this piece here isn't present on the original Genesis version either. And I'm sticking to my guns on this one. Yeah, the Genesis version is better. It's just got that Sonic like pop to it that this one kind of not necessarily lacks, but it's like trading I don't know, it's like trading a Yu-Gi-Oh card for a baseball card, I guess. Kind of a weird analogy, but hey, we'll make it work. Oh my God, please don't. It's gonna... oh, wait. Nope. Infinite slope. Nice. I'll take those. Why didn't you jump? Oh no, come on. No, I think I've heard it before. I think it was a Game of Sins video or something. Maybe it's not really used that... I don't know. It's, we're talking about, like, the use of Sonic Origins. Oh, first of all, I'm not fully familiar with Game Sins. Game Sins. So it's a little tricky for me to, like, recollect. Well, I mentally fry myself trying to remember anything for anything at all that I might have seen from Game Sins. The exterior of this area looks really nice. That took its sweet time to hit me, actually. Wow. Come on. Come on. Dip. There we go. And I do like playing with the sign when it falls like that. As you can tell. Have I gone deaf, or, like... Hold on. Let me think. Hold on, wait, hold on. Is Ice Cap okay? The music shift at all? Is this the Act 2? Or is it the same as Act 1's? No, it's different, it's different. Okay, okay. I was having a weird, like, mental moment there just now. Cause, like, the opening, like, tune of Act 2's track sounded, like, identical to Act 1's. And then, like, the tune started shifting a little bit, and then it relieved my worry that I was, that I was gonna hear a Sonic 3 level have the same exact Act 1. Have the same music for both acts. I adore, by the way, Genesis graphics. Like, look at those, like, hexagon. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. No, octagons, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Yeah, no, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, no, octagons. Hey, look at these little octagons right here. They look so tranquilizing. That might not be the right word for that. That might actually be a bad word. I'm not sure. My English, despite it being my first language, is also very poor. Oh, that's cute. They had a little row of rings right there. Oh man, the biggest sin that was committed against Sonic 3 was the game being split in half, and there's a story like right there. I guess I'll try to give the quick version of it. So Sonic 3, at least in its original form, was kind of like this big, like, hunky, bulking Genesis game. And it was going to be, like, the greatest thing on Earth. But it didn't get to live to be that. Primarily due to, of all things, a McDonald's cross-promotion. So the game ended up being split in half. The first half that was already ready in development was released as Sonic 3, and then later in that year, in '94, the second half of Sonic 3 would be released, titled Sonic and Knuckles. And you can still play, like, you can still play them as a single experience, as somewhat intended, because the Sonic & Knuckles cartridge had a cart loader built into the top of it, so that you could plug that cart into your Genesis, and then plug the Sonic 3 cart in on top of the Sonic & Knuckles cart. It's very Lovecraftian. But doing that would net you the complete Sonic 3 as mostly originally intended. No doubt there was still some, like, cut material from that initial massive project. But yeah, that's the closest you got to what was originally intended for audiences. But that's really unfortunate that that happened, and I would love to just peer briefly into a timeline where that didn't happen, and it got released onto one cart as it was supposed to have been, because that would have been really amazing to see. Because as it stands currently, as far as Genesis games go, Sonic 2 is like the one that is most celebrated, and it's the best selling Genesis game of all time too. Actually, no, wait, it's two of those. It's the best selling Genesis game, and it's the best selling Sonic game of all time. So a double whammy there. And I desperately feel like Sonic 3 kind of deserved those titles. And I guess it's debatable on whether or not, if it were released as a full package, or the complete all-in-one package, like intended, it's debatable on whether or not it could have actually obtained that from Sonic 2. But its chances are definitely higher if it were one cartridge rather than two. Also, launch-based zone. So this is, and you can see the Death Egg in the background there being reprogrammed. Maybe reprogrammed. Being rebuilt after the crash landing in Sonic 2. So this place was definitely put up in a weekend's time. And launch base is, as you might have predicted by now, one of the levels that had its music changed. And this is the one I'm most upset about, actually, because I really had a strong affinity for launch base's original music, and I think there was a time I contemplated modding this for the Let's Play to have the music for the Genesis games come back, but I ultimately didn't do it, primarily because of laziness, busy schedules and all that. And the music here is serviceable anyway, but like, damn, I feel like out of all the tracks that we got for the replacement tracks, the stage that suffered the most from it is definitely launch base, 100%. At least, like with not Casino, oh my god, with Carnival Night, you had the motif is still like very in line with what the level aesthetic is. Same with Ice Cap. Here, though, launch base's identity was almost in perfect sync with that original Genesis track. So anything kind of different, sort of like, is like, I don't know about this one, Chief. Oh, hey, Knuckles. Throwing bombs, I see. Acts of terror. I wonder how Eggman would feel about this. He was just here. Anyway, it's the end of the Act 1, so you know what that means. Act 1 boss. This guy's... I say easy. I was gonna say easy as soon as, No, just time your insta-shield, right here. And, you'll chew him to bits. Like so. Don't know if it was GameSense specifically, but the idea of those videos is nitpicking about every little mistake in a comedic way. I think Is it the same, like, format I'm thinking of, or the one where, like, Cinema Sins, right? Is it the same format as that? Because I know there's a lot of channels that, that do have, that do kind of borrow that format, but then apply it to other media formats, like video games, for example, right? Because I've seen a few channels in, oh, the underwaters. Look at that! Parallax scrolling is so fucking good. I've seen, I've seen a number of channels do that with some media that's more closer to my interests. And I think it might be one of those. Yeah, same idea. Pretty sure GameSense is the same group. Yeah, it might be. I don't know. Is it? I've never actually looked at. I know CinemaSins, like the main channel, CinemaSins has like a collection of channels, but I don't know how active they are, really. Like I remember checking them out like once years ago. Like they had like a brand. They had like a movie sin. Well, that's CinemaSins. Jesus fucking Christ. They had a they had a brand sins and some other stuff too. But I don't know if those are still ongoing. And the game sins comment was on why there's a casino on Angel Island. Gotcha. Yeah, it is one of those details that would kind of only be picked out from like from a nitpicker, which I mean, I'm not saying I'm one of them, because I do tend to let certain... I'm very picky with how I handle small details like that. Sometimes I'll make a big deal of it, sometimes I won't give a shit. And I guess in this case, I still don't technically give a shit. I just find it very curious. Oh, I did that. I do find it curious though as to why, um, why the hell there's a carnival, in on an ancient floating island. It's a Genesis game. It's a Sonic game. So you're almost 100% guaranteed meant to not think about it too much. Which is what I've done successfully for the better part of the past however long I've been playing this game. Damn near my whole life. Oh my god. Some of the answers I see are 1, Eggman is addicted to building casinos. 2, the echidnas had advanced technology. 3, it was put there because the zones are popular and they didn't care about continuity. Well, it's okay. If we're gonna go off of like realistic answers, it's number 3 by miles. Although I am very entertained by the idea that Eggman just can't resist building casinos and carnivals everywhere he goes. Because like it's a constant theme with him, right? Like it's like almost every game he mentions in some form or fashion like wanting to build Eggman Land, which is a giant casino, carnival thing, or Robotnik Land, or whatever like iteration of the character. Depends on the era of the game that was released in. I think he's been known to own several of these establishments. So even if they're not technically his grand master, like, okay, yeah, this is the Eggman like carnival. It's still like a thing that he does regularly. Actually, wait, what was it? Was it Sonic Lost World that made fun of this, actually? There was a line in one of the more recent Sonic games that kind of poked fun at the at the trend. And it might have been Lost World. I know there was a joke in Frontiers. One of the islands had a giant pinball table, and then Sonic makes like an offhand comment, saying, "Gee, pinball must be really popular here, or must have been really popular with the ancient people," which is really funny. Although I feel like the in-context lore of Frontiers, the reason why there's even a lot of familiar locales there to begin with in the first place, is because of how, like, everything in that game is supposed to be operating off of Sonic's memories or whatever. And being that this bastard does go through a lot of casinos, I'm like, hey, he's undoubtedly played pinball at least once. Or twice, or 3 times, or 4 times, maybe 5, who knows. There is a giant ring down there, and I've never known how to get it. And there's a solid chance it might be a Knuckles only thing. I have no idea. Hello. I do want to go up there, actually, yes. Thank you. This boss fight's a complete this boss fight's a complete joke. I'm already I say that as I get shot with a cannonball. But it's true. The pattern is very easy to predict. And by the time you're like even in danger of you actually losing a ring, he's already down. Sonic lore is probably so fed up and inconsistent anyway that people don't even care about it anymore. Sonic lore is one of those things that's kind of selectively cared about. I think I mentioned how I kind of, like, sometimes nitpick and sometimes don't. Take what I said on that and apply it to an entire fan base, and then make sure that fan base is hyper-focused on a blue hedgehog. And what you have is the Sonic fan base. Because there are some details that people don't really bother with, like, again, the carnival on Angel Island. Like, that's not anything anyone never talks about, outside of a joking context. But then take something like, I'm trying to think of an example. Take something like Metal Sonic being like either the first or the second robot copy, and all of a sudden you have like a civil war in the community. Because no one can really come to a concrete conclusion on, like, what even was the, like, what's the deal with the metal copies, you know? From Eggman's perspective, anyway. Okay, this boss fight right here, this one specifically, the section where the sky turns gray, in the background, or at least darkens. I think that might be more accurate to say. This was a boss fight. This is the only good thing that ever came out of the Sonic 3 being split back in '94. So this, the Big Arms, is supposed to be the final boss for the first section of the game, which does officially mean we're halfway through Sonic 3. But yeah, this was supposed to be the final boss for the Sonic 3 cartridge. But you didn't get this if you plugged in Sonic and Knuckles. If you did that, then this fight is skipped altogether, and you just go straight to the Sonic and Knuckles levels following launch base. But the Origins version actually kept it in, and I'm so happy for it because Big Arms is such a good fucking fight. The music is so good too. There's a reason they brought this back for Generations on 3DS. And oh my god, the music is so good. Don't even use Supersonic for it. Supersonic would ruin it. I mean, Colors is literally set in a casino. Yeah, all of Colors is a giant theme park, yeah. By the way, do you know the Atelier series? I have heard of it, and I've seen people on my timeline mention it, but I never actually given it the proper look at. But I want to. I think I have one of the games on my wish list. I guess to help me move into that. Oh, this is also another Origins edition. This was the little cutscene for the title section of Sonic & Knuckles, which we are now in. We're now in the Sonic & Knuckles portion of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So this is where Sonic & Knuckles picks up, directly after 3. But yeah, give me like a quick not look at. Oh my god. I get like a breakdown, I guess, of what that series' deal is. Like, what's the premise? So, this is where the plot thickens. So you see Knuckles leaving this secret chamber that contains like a rainbowish colored giant ring. Now, if you have all the Chaos Emeralds in here, when you come here, you are transported to this place. And you lose all of your emeralds in favor of something new. So you have Special Sages back again, a whole new set of them, which totals up to 14, I believe. throughout the entire experience. And in addition to that, this is the first time we're seeing the Master Emerald in the series, which is pretty much the granddaddy of all the Chaos Emeralds. The Master Emerald's job is to tell the Chaos Emeralds to go to bed at the right time, so to speak. And if you're wondering, if you were playing Sonic and Knuckles by itself, which first of all, how dare, second of all, these are the special stages that you're getting out of those giant rings still, but you're not getting the new emeralds. You're getting the regular Chaos Emeralds, and you can still access this place even if you don't have all of the Chaos Emeralds by the time you get here. But what the game will do is you're not going to be able to get any of the new emeralds until you acquire all 7 Chaos Emeralds. So it's wise to get all of them beforehand. Otherwise, you risk you risk kind of wasting some time. And you got a new sprite for them, so you know they're important. So these are the Super Emeralds. I don't like that white text on white background, but you can kind of sort of read it. That's much better. So these are the Chaos Emeralds, but supercharged by the Master Emerald, if I am not mistaken. So they're stronger, and they're larger. And the most interesting thing about these special stages is that you can choose what order you go in. Because by going through that giant ring, it will take you to that altar, that shrine. And you just step on one of the blank emeralds to enter that emerald special stage. So, yeah, theoretically you can approach it, assuming you know which special stage is which I don't. You can approach it from whatever angle you'd like, which is very neat. Again, another reason why I like Sonic 3 special stages over the rest of the yeah, rest of the thing. I'm trying to remember if I know Mushroom Hill Zone has a lot of rings that I'm aware of. At least 3 others, in addition to the one you get at the start. Oh shit. Oh shit! What a bouncy little stage too. I mean that literally, by the way, because you are bouncing all over the place with this area. But even the music is... Son of a bitch! Who put that spike there? Well, I know what they say about Third on the Charm. There we go. Much better. Yeah, I do actually kind of want to explore a little bit more. I don't think the second half of Sonic 3 has as many opportunity for ring hunting relative to the first half. That said, I am a seasoned player, so we'll see. Oh, oh my god. Oh no, it bounced up as I was jumping. That's tragic. You have these neat little seesaw things right here. You can, this pulley, not really a seesaw, it's a pulley. You can use to climb to higher elevations. Not really a point to this one, I don't think, though. Besides going up here. Oh, wait. Oh, it baited me. I thought it was going to be a giant ring, but no. It was just a coin. I guess I should probably get this out of the way, too. No, wait, there was more! No! Can I go back still? Ah, you bitch. I knew there was... oh, my God. Alright, we're going to be working for that fucking, We're going to be working for the Super Emeralds really hard, I can tell. So with a fire shield, you can ignore the exhaust on the on the underside of his hitbox, and you can just kill him like right there. Just murder him in cold blood. Also, that was a golden axe reference. He was literally carrying a golden axe. Okay, I know for sure there's like some giant rings in Act 2. Also, hi Knuckles. You're gonna intrude on us again? Yeah, I bet you are. Saw an article earlier today saying that the series was going to die, but that, is it Ryza? Or Riza? No, it's Ryza, right? Save the series. And that was, due in charge, apparently. Wait, oh, that was, ooh. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Dude in charge, apparently he has said that the series was saved thanks to Ryza's thick ass. For some reason, I have trouble believing he actually said that. I'm not familiar with the background necessarily of those individuals, but I do know that it is not necessarily outside the realm of possibility. I know how some of these guys can be. I haven't played an Atelier game, but from what I know, the loop is explore area, kill monsters, collect materials, make stuff, sell stuff, get better equipment, explore more. The older games also have a deadline system like Persona. Kind of funny how adding deadlines is one of the things that saved Persona, and removing them is one of the things that saved Atelier. That is an interesting thing. Huh. That is I do wonder a little bit on the role that the calendar system had on Persona's popularity. Because I feel like a lot of Persona's saving grace was that it was, for an SMT game, very easy, like had a very low bar of entry. It was very approachable. It didn't really have it didn't have too heavy themes going on. Like if you wanted, like it had themes, right? Like it had story beats and all that, characters with you know, fairly easy to recognize messaging and all that. And you know, the anime aesthetic certainly helps with certain folk. And from what I hear, Persona 1 and 2, relative to other RPGs of their time, did pretty well. I don't know. There was a point I was trying to get at, and I completely forgot what it was. Let me try my best to remember. Well, you know, I'll just say this. I think I definitely buy I definitely buy the guy probably saving it, unless there's something I learn about it in the future that comes contrary to it. I don't really have a reason to not believe it. Also, I saw those rings back here. Just kind of chilling out. Oh, shit. Oh well. We'll come back to it. Oh, wait, there they are. Right there, in front of my eyes. That was all of them? Really? Wow. Thought there were more. Oh no! Oh my god. Okay, here we go. That was a little awkward, I just did that, but it's okay. Boom, there we go. Now I'm kind of curious though, well, I don't know, that might be going into spoiler territory, and I don't think you would be able to spoil it for me anyway, since you haven't, since you said you didn't really know much about it yourself. I wonder what exactly about Atelier, at least the earlier games, constituted a deadline. Like, what, like, kind of justification did they have for the system being in place? Because in Persona's case, the answer to the question, why does Persona have a calendar system, or a deadline system, or whatever you want to call it, is, well, it's half dungeon crawler, half social sim. Social sims rely heavily on the progress of time. More accurately, it relies heavily on the measured progress of time, hence the calendar. So I'm a little curious to know what Atelier's deal is on that matter. Also, the reason why Persona 1 and 2 didn't have calendar systems was because they weren't social sims. They didn't have the social links or the confidants of Personas 3, 4, and 5. If I may be, if I may be allowed to express some opinionated thoughts for a moment. Persona 1 and 2 had more nuanced character storytelling that didn't rely on silly social links to portray the full extent of their character development. Oh, I'm not gonna get a perfect on this one. Oh no. I'm spending that coin. I don't care. I want the perfect, damn it. I know exactly how to get it too. And this is a strategy that I'm cooking up like right on the spot. I know it'll work, but it's gonna be kind of weird when I do it. And this is the strategy. This is me running in a circle right here. Waiting for the elapsed time to pass. That will increase my speed. Which will then allow me to make a longer jump. So I can avoid that center blue spear while hitting the outer one, which will enclose it and then make the ring pocket that I need. I didn't know these actually took this sweet ass time to speed up. Jesus, alright. We're getting a little faster though, I think. Okay, I'm gonna give it a shot now. I'm gonna give it a shot. Damn it! Alright. Jesus Christ. We're gonna do this, though. We're gonna do it, I promise. I didn't know it took its sweet-ass time to speed up. Maybe it depends on how many blue orbs you have. I don't know. Because I really want to find a way to grab that, maybe wait, hold on, let me... Wait, I think I know how you're supposed to do it. Hold on. I have a theory. I'll leave that one behind just in case. Holy shit! Okay. That was scary. It's gonna do it again, isn't it? I'm going, like, backwards, completely backwards. And then boom on that one. And then the last pocket should be... right... here. There we go. Okay, now... just gotta... not get any of... Fuck! I'm spending way too much time on the special stage than I should. This isn't right. Wait, hold on. I can safely grab that one actually, because like if I fuck. If I wait long enough to if I hold off on one of the ones on the pathway directly, then those shouldn't be an issue. Damn it! Why am I doing this? What am I doing? What am I getting out of getting... What am I getting out of getting a perfect for this special stage? Okay, there we go. Now let's not fuck up anything else for the remainder of this special stage, please. Okay, I'm gonna leave this one blank, and then this last patch should be that one, I think. Oh wait, no, there's more. Which one did I miss? Oh, this one. Okay, then we should be able to go backwards. Well, technically forward. Grab that one, and then finally, there we go. Was the perfect worth it? Was that perfect rank worth it? 50,000 extra score and like some more coins. Also, I think, wait, isn't this, yeah, no, the season changes between these two, sections. That's really cool. I love that about Mushroom Hill, by the way. The season changing aesthetic, was really nice. Whoa, that could have netted me that could have netted me a nasty ring loss. Wait, hold on. How do I do this? I think I went about it this way. I think. Okay, no, I know how to do this. I know how to do this. I remember how to do this. Oh, whoa. That was close. Yeah, this one throws curveballs at, this one throws, this one, throws, some curveballs at you. Those are perfect, which means all we have to do now is nab these and boom. Pretty sure Persona 2 was a flop, that's why they changed it so much for 3, that last change, if I remember correctly. Yeah, no, it's weird to explain, because, like, yes, as far as, like, pulling in the cash, in especially Western, I think, markets, yeah, Persona 2 was fairly underwhelming. I guess what I'm trying to, like, convey with it did well was the fact that it ended up kind of harboring a bit of a cult following, one which I am proudly a part of. And its legacy is still, it's still, like, it's an RPG that has a very strong, like, as far as its community goes, a very strong Western, like, participation, right, from the Western crowd, which a lot of RPGs can't really boast because they don't have it. So at the very least, Persona 2 is successful in that respect, I feel like. Ow, motherfucker. Yeah, this boss fight pissed me off as a kid. I could never figure this one out. I mean, it's simple enough, like, what you're supposed to do is easy to figure out, it's just actually doing it. Play your cards right, though, and this fight's pretty easy. Don't know about P3 and P4, but the main story of P5 was pretty good character progression. The social links are more if you want to know them better. Also personalizes the playthroughs more. Oh yeah, that is the intended, like, purpose of the social links, like, broadly, is to give you a, like, as a social sim, it's supposed to give you a well, it's supposed to give you a social simulation. And it's a very personal, like, no one let's play no one playthrough of those games was supposed to be the same, because of how many activities you can do throughout the day of any given, like, point in the game. Like, it's not a flaw in that it's not accomplishing what it sets out to do, because it 100% is. In fact, I'll argue it's not even really a flaw. I hope I didn't come across as making that making that claim. It's just one of those things I hear some classic Persona elitists say about the newer titles, which, as someone who really likes the older Persona games, for mostly their writing and atmosphere, I can't help but chuckle at it a little bit. I don't know if I mentioned this yet. The only levels in this game that had the music changed was the final 3 levels in the first half of Sonic 3. So that's Carnival Night, Ice Cap, and Launch Base. Those 3 zones got music changes. All of the other ones are still intact. Oh, oh, okay. No, yeah, sure. I think that was some kind of punishment for some sin I've done in the past. I'm not sure what. Alright, sure, yeah. I won't argue with divine punishment. Oh, that almost hit me. The little mouse. I do really like... Oh, shit! I almost never get hit by that. That's weird. I love Flying Battery. Flying Battery is one of the... Oh my god. I should not be getting hit by these. Flying Battery is one of my favorite levels in this game. Which is funny because it used to give me the most shit as a kid. In Sonic and Knuckles. But the music is really nice, and the aesthetic's really cool looking. And the level's not even that hard. It's Flying Battery. Oh, that could have killed me. That also could have killed me. Very dangerous. There is, if I am not mistaken, a giant ring somewhere up in this vertical shaft here. If you take this route somewhere, there is a giant ring. I know of at least 2 locations throughout all of Flying Battery. That includes both Act 1 and 2. I don't know of any other specific ones, though. The deadline system... Oh, I didn't even read this one. The deadline system was you had to make specific orders before the deadlines, but now the story just doesn't progress to meet requirements. Oh, okay, gotcha. So it was collect these things, or make this thing... collect and or make these things by this date. In order to continue playing the game, pretty much. Yeah, you know, I see that. I see the newer like approach with how they did with making it more progression based rather than like, okay, now like do the time thing now. Oh, what in the fuck is this puzzle? I'm sure Tails is having the fucking time of his life banging his head against that. Tails, stop trying. You're making it hard to look at. This is gonna be pretty painful, though. Actually, I want you to just kind of take me up here. Oh, motherfucker! Hold on, let me be smart about this. Come on, Tails. Fine, fine. Have it your way. Except nope. Ah, my no! Come on. All right, start. We're working from this platform right here. Okay. And then you're gonna carry me all the way here. We're skipping the line. Perfect. Oh my, you bitch. Alright, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna grab some rings from the side and fucking hightail it out of this place. Holy hell. I've had enough of this bonus stage. Where's my gumball machine at? I've been waiting for that son of a bitch for a while now. I forget. I think the bonus stage you get is based off of how many rings you have going into it, but I have no idea what the requirements were for that one. Is this the Knuckles? Oh, wait, nope, there. Oh, hold on. There we go. It's gonna make me work for this, though, isn't it? It's gonna make me work for this, though, isn't it? Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Blow the hole in the ground. Come on, let's do it. Come on. Beautiful. Do it again. Yep, come on, 3 bombs. Right there. Actually, that was more like 2. I thought there was a giant. I think we're near the boss arena. Oh, wait, hold on. It's down here, I think. It's down here. Yeah, it's down here. No, my leverage. No! Yep, there it is. Right up there. Nice. Guess we'll finish off this wing of the Master Emerald. Make it nice and round. Read starting the game with Steam closed. Can fix the issue. Closes Steam. Steam reopens automatically. Closes it again. Reopens again. Continuing 10 times. Oh, gee. Oh, that hurts, yeah. What's, which game is troubling you, if I may ask? Rings! Hell yeah. Okay, these final 2 rings are going to be a little tricky to get because what you're supposed to do with them is you're supposed to dodge the very last, like, 3 or 2, 2 or 3, that. Supposed to make that last-minute jump maneuver to dodge that last, blue sphere before you bounce back into it. Took me eons to learn that by muscle memory. Also, I mean, it goes without saying because the competition's kind of not really stiff here. But the results screen for the special stages, Super Emeralds, best one. Out of the entire, like, classic lineup of special stages, by far. Anything will beat a white screen with the numbers, I guess, but I do like this one, even if the other games had more, like, nuanced, we'll say nuanced, like, result screens for their special stages. I still think Sonic 3's would be a pretty high contender for the best one. So this was a bit of a rug pull for new players here. The gimmick with this fight is to not get hit by him, first of all. But also to kind of just stand on top of him like this. Looks like a animal capsule, but no, it's actually a robot in disguise. Pretty neat. That said, though, the strategy is not very complex. Like, if you know what you're doing, then just he dies. He kills himself. Although, thanks to him, I get a grand total of 500 points from this fucking act. Ooh, and Act 2's music is so good. So fucking good. I love how it opens up every time. Didn't even need that electric shield. I already had one. FF14. First time I've had that issue with starting the game with Steam closed actually worked for some reason. Really? So like, because I normally start my games with Steam open. The process for that would be just to have like the link to the game itself on like your start menu or your what's it called? Oh my god, what's it called? I'm gonna be lame and call it the PC main menu. I think desktop, right? I don't know. I don't know the technical name for it. Oh my god. Fuck you, Tails. I don't even think you did anything, but fuck you anyway. Whoa, wait, hold on. We actually want to go up here, I think. Yep. Whenever these things are popping out of the wall, that means there's something good to follow. Oh, wow. Instant Shield actually protected me there for a split second. Wait, if he's a robot in disguise, would you say he's a Transformer then? Absolutely. The first of his kind, I hear. But if he's a Transformer, then what's his name gonna be? Can't be nameless. Gotta give him like a really nice name. Really cool of you, Tails, to take the hard way down. Flying and all that. Oh shit! That can kill you if it lands on top of you. And those are bombs. Yeah, bye, Tails. So, fun fact, because I haven't actually demonstrated it yet, because I haven't had much of a chance to as of yet, and I don't know if I will or not. Under those electric ceilings, which cause them, which activate like magnets or whatever, if you have an electric shield on while under one of them, you can enter like a sort of zero gravity mode. Where you'll be walking on the ceiling, which is really nice, really cool. Alright, I think we only have 2 more left. Oh, this one's my favorite to perfect because it's just so straightforward, except not really. And it's all because of that turn. So this one is kind of like a big giant spiral. outward. And you always have like these rings gated in the center of each section, which is easy enough to get to, but like it gets a little challenging to get out of once the speed starts picking up, because you have to make that turn, like that instant like neck break. I already fucked up because I missed that one blue orb. Yeah, once the speed picks up later in the social stage, making that like neck-breaking right turn is really anxiety-inducing. Alright, speed's already starting to pick up. Nice, nice. Hopefully I can do it in kind of one go. I mean, you kind of have to, because of how it's like designed. There's not really much room for mobility around here. It's a very linear path. Oh my god. I think I'm fucked. Gee. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Oh, no. Well, I probably could have saved myself. I have the game on my taskbar. I always open it that way, so I don't really know what I have, what having Steam open or not changes. To my understanding, not much. Since, like I said, I have my Steam open and I play, I don't know, Final Fantasy VII Remake on Steam pretty well. Yeah, I don't think it would change too much. I do find it bizarre, though, that it's doing what it's doing. The silver lining with this one is that I don't think you can actually change your direction mid-air. So if you're holding right mid-jump, and the second you land, you make that— oh, fuck! I held it for too long. If you make the right turn before you land, you automatically turn that direction. So I think that's... okay, it doesn't work that way, though. Oh, jeez. Wait, you know, I'll try to work with this. I want to see what happens. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. No, hold on. This isn't how it's supposed to go. Okay, there he goes. Stupido, since he was hitting himself to death. Yeah. Fitting name. Well, it has to change something since restarting the game in PC multiple times and other stuff didn't fix anything. That is... So, like, is the issue with Final Fantasy XIV, that it's not opening, or is it, like, another thing? Damn it! Alright, well, maybe I can salvage this. I don't know. Maybe I can. Like I said, this is getting pretty hectic. Damn it! Oh my god! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, please. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, please. Oh my god, please. There's the whole row is turned red already. Oh my god. What even? What even am I supposed to do? What is supposed to be my answer to this? What is going on? Okay. That was oh my god. God damn. The force of the inputs didn't go through and the rest was wrong. Oh, okay, that's right, the controller. Before you say something, Steam controller support on or off didn't change anything. If it was a Steam related thing, then yeah, the first thing I would have said was the Steam, like Steam, what's it called? Steam, there's a name for it, I forget what. Steam input something, I'm not sure what. But it's pretty much your controller settings for Steam that Steam uses as a default for any game that has controller support. And I know there's like another setting for games individually on Steam, like in their settings, where you can customize layouts and all that for your controller. I think I had to do that for OG Final Fantasy VII because the version of that game on Steam is ass, and it's all because of the controller support not really being up to par with the remastered versions on PlayStation and Switch. Okay, this was the hardest one, by far. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. The amount of focus I needed for this one to zero in on my objective. That's the hardest one to perfect, by far. Because it's not even like the hardest other stage to get all the blue spears for, because it's pretty straightforward. The perfect, though, is having you run in circles. Both literally and figuratively. What was the problem? With the special stage, it was the fact that I kept not turning right at breakneck speed and time. But it's all okay now, because we are pretty much out of special stages for Flying Battery. I think I don't know of any more locations in this zone. Oh. Alright, Tails, we get it. You're in pain. Jesus. Join the rest of us. Get in line. So this boss fight's a little reminiscent of the boss fight from Wing Fortress, although it's not nearly as a pain in the ass. Or as big as a pain in the ass. And it's actually very comedic because you have this giant laser here, and Eggman has this giant laser here that he's trying to use, obviously, to eviscerate you. But the laser is so damn strong that it's destroying his own ship. Which I think is kind of like a joke, a reference to like Wing Fortress, because I destroyed that boss as Supersonic last part because I hated it. I hated it so much. I still do. But the premise was similar, right? You were in this room with this laser thing from the ceiling, and your objective was to destroy the laser thing. Although here, it's been, we'll say, upgraded to a much bigger laser, and well, it had unintended consequences, evidently. easiest boss fight in the entire series. But this is the actual boss fight, so you weren't getting off that easily. This one's pretty simple though too. If you learn how to read him, he's gonna inch his way towards you like so, and then swing around also like so. Not sure how I feel about the shape of this vessel necessarily, but hey, you know, he's the one with the science degree, so I'm like, I won't bother questioning his. Yeah. Anyway, nice. A remake of the earlier games with a bit of story dialogue would be interesting. I would, I'd like to see, how they would interpret, because like I think something as simple as having more expressive sprites would accomplish that goal successfully in a remake style game, while still maintaining like faithfulness to the original storytelling methods that the Genesis games employed, right? Because like that method, that style, was kind of an art form in and of itself, and I'd like to see that preserved in a remake. Although these days, most people are talking about remaking the Sonic Adventure games, less so the Genesis era stuff. And I think that mostly comes down to the fact that the appetite for Genesis era... Well, there's a few things. The first one, the appetite for Genesis era stuff is kind of low at the moment. People had their fill with Mania, and they had their fill with... Oh, Forces try to do that. Superstars was fairly recent. And... Oh my god, what else? Yeah, no, Superstars was like the most recent thing, for classic Sonic stuff. So yeah, there's not really a strong appetite for it. But also, oh god. Okay, that's the Knuckles only section. I think I have to just sink down. Please don't kill me! Okay, thank you. Oh my god. I found that by accident. Jesus Christ. Alright. Last one. Sure, why not? Okay, I need to make sure I'm getting back on track with what I was saying. So yeah, lack of appetite for Genesis era stuff at the moment. And the classic era games, at least the ones present on the Origins collection, the Genesis stuff anyway. I know there's Game Gear things on here. I think people are of the mindset that they're already as good as they're gonna get, right? Like for 2D platformers, starring Sonic the Hedgehog. I think people are very content with what we have, as far as quality goes, because especially in games like Sonic 3, where you have a formula that was established with the first game and then sort of met its natural like high point. I don't know if that's necessarily the right word choice. Natural high point's kind of subjective, but it definitely expanded its concepts to a much further point than I feel like a lot of people would have anticipated, even during those days. So remaking them feels almost redundant, I would say. And this is just me kind of theorizing about like the public conscious perspective, and less so about my own. Oh my god! I didn't need to do that. I really didn't need to do that. Why did I do that? And this is also a pretty easy special stage too, actually, because a lot of the structure here is kind of just go around like these gridded corridors and fill in the 2 blue spheres that would make the rings that you need to collect for the perfect. Plus some rings that are scattered around on their own. And if you have a good sense of direction, then you're never really going to get lost unless everything looks the fucking same, which only really happens towards the end of this special stage, from what I've noticed, anyway. Because that's when once these like hallways start getting cleared out of their rings and spheres, that's when I start getting that sort of, okay, where's like the last set, you know? It is somewhere, but I have no fucking clue where. I think we're gonna have... Okay, there's a cluster of 4 rings. Oh, like just right here. Okay, cool. Awesome, sweet, even. Alright, sure, yeah. And that means there's like 4 clusters of these laying around. Now there's 3. But I gotta be careful because I don't want to run into the red ones. And just one more, baby. Just one more. There we go. Nice. And this is the last Super Emerald. If that's the last one, you're close. Are you close to the end then? This is Sandopolis Zone. So we have Lava Reef next, then... Kind of? We're kind of toward the end. Because I already said we were on the second half of the game, like the Sonic and Knuckles portion. And now Sonic can be Hypersonic. So yeah, Super Emerald will get you Hyper Form, which will never make an appearance in the series ever again, notoriously. Very unfortunate, but oh well. That's the price you pay for being the best 2D game in the entire series. Oh, okay. I think Sandopolis is kind of... Sandopolis is the halfway point of the halfway point, if that makes any sense. It's the half of a half. Because for the Sonic and Knuckles portion, which is already only one half of the larger Sonic 3 experience, Sandopolis is the halfway point for that specific part of the Sonic 3 experience. Which is to say, we have like maybe 4... No. Yeah, I think we have like 3 more zones to go through. But do bear in mind that the ending, like the final bit of Sonic, the last like few zones of, well, with the exception of one, the last few zones of Sonic 3 and Knuckles are 1 act only, and there's story purposes for that. But I think if you count them together as one zone, then that puts you at like, yeah, no, that puts you at 3. Yeah, it puts you at 3. 3 fully sized zones left, plus like the final boss. So yeah, Sandopolis is the worst sin Sonic 3 ever committed. It's not really so evident here in Act 1 because Act 1's kind of chill like that. Like, look at that pyramid back there. Pretty cool shit. I love the background here. And the music's really nice as well. It's mostly Act 2 that kind of warrants a lot of disdain from the fan base. And you know what? I'll actually, you know what? No, yeah, I'll let this play. Yeah, I doubt they would do it. Just that them talking to increase the lore a bit, like the Casino Angel Island, would be interesting in my opinion. Yeah, no, I see that. I see merit in that. Yeah. Difficult for me to imagine a talking classic Sonic, given the characterization Sega decided to give him these days, where he's mute. But so this is Hypersonic. He's like Supersonic, except flashy and glowy, and he does stuff like that. I will position myself right over here, while this rock golem slowly marches towards me. And I will continue to talk and chat. Hypersonics just sounds like he ate too much sugar or something. I mean, look at him. He kind of does, though, right? He kind of does. I'm not even joking. That's how you beat the boss. You're supposed to lead him into the quicksand, where he just instantly dies right then and there. And then Act 2, which is by far the worst level in the entire game. It's not even necessarily like a bad level, I guess. Like it's got solid foundation, but like I don't like it. I don't like it. No one likes it. No, I've never met anyone who's played Sonic 3 and Knuckles that actually liked Sandopolis Act 2, and it's because there's a lot of arbitrary shit kind of in here. So you're inside the pyramid now, right? But the thing is that Sonic Team thought it'd be a good idea. Hey, since you're in the pyramid now, let's like have all these switches and doors and stuff you have to open constantly. Let's have this light gimmick where you have to pull this switch every now and again, otherwise the room grows darker. And there's obstacles to that we're going to see very soon. I think right here actually, in that capsule, which you can avoid opening. By the way, you can't. There's no way to dodge this. You're releasing ghosts into the stage, and the gimmick with them is pretty much keep those lights on, or else we're gonna have a problem. Oh no, please. Wait, is this the right one? I think that's the right one, right? Sure, yeah, we'll say that's the right one. Why not? There we go. So yeah, that light switch up there on the ceiling, and these black switches right here that open up doors, which slowly close, by the way. So you kind of have to keep on your toes when you want to, like, you know, not have to keep backtracking to those switches. It's a giant pace breaker, which is kind of like the main reason why this level gets a lot of shit. And I'm kind of inclined to agree, because I missed like I missed the slopes and the loops and the fun sand quirk stuff from the outside of the pyramid. I don't care about any of this ghost shit or opening doors and switches and lights. Fuck that scorpion, by the way. And I think this zone's on the longer side too, actually. Like, even for Sonic 3 standards, where every level's on average longer than any level from the previous games in this collection, or just in general, actually, come to think of it. It's very easy to time out, assuming the time limit was still an obstacle for you. Very easy to time out. In this zone. I remember actually doing that a few times during my first few playthroughs of this zone way back when. Like, the timer would be on like minute 8 or 9 by the time you were nearing the end of Act 2. It was ridiculous. And there's another gimmick right there that I said I don't care for. The quicksand. Not the quicksand outside, the one that like you can sink through. This isn't even quicksand. It's just regular sand. This will crush you. It's basically a rising floor, and you have to keep on your toes to make sure that you don't get crushed between it and any obstacles that you are going to encounter on the way up. That includes doors, by the way, so you want to make sure those switches are switched damn good. Otherwise, you know, you're gonna have to do the whole thing again. God. And if the room gets dark enough, the ghosts will grow hostile and attack you, and you can't really dodge them because of how they work, where they kind of just pop in and out of existence. And of course they track your movement, so there's no outrunning the son of a bitches. Bye, Tails. Yeah, no, I just Sandopolis Act 1 is really nice. Act 2 is just I mean, there's worse levels in the series, right? Like there's plenty worse, especially if you want to count some of the 3D stuff. Oh my god. But as far as 2D stuff goes, there are still worse. This is a Despite being very annoying with its abundance of gimmicks, it's still a very competent level. And that's my good deed of the day, saying something good about Sandopolis Act 2. It's competent. Should hopefully find a light switch pretty soon. They did at least a good job at, like, keeping these light switches fairly well spaced out. So, like, it's not so spaced out to where, like, you're never fucking finding them. Oh shit. Yep, there we go, right there. Yeah, it's not so spaced out to where you're never finding them, but it's not so spaced together that, you have, that you have just infinite, like, the ghosts aren't even a problem. They're not even really there. You know. Now I mentioned, I believe it was 8 or 9 minutes. We're doing this in just, oh my god, why did I run into that? That's insane. We're doing this for just under 7, I believe. Oh, that hurts. This is why you want to use the Insta-Shield, because it makes mincemeat of this guy. It extends your range, your hit range, so you can hit him from a safer distance away. I'm being very risque with this. I'm using a supersonic strategy as regular Sonic, which is what the Insta-Shield lets you do, pretty much. Damn to the score, though. Only 100 ring points. And that takes us to Lava Reef. Let me check something really quickly. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, so I will... Because we're well past, so we're almost a regular RPG length stream. That's how big Sonic 3 is. I told you guys this would be big. Alright, we're going to call it here. And I do believe the next part will be the finale. However, there is a caveat I want to at least throw in. A new idea that spawned in my brain. Since the finale part by itself, if we're going to go off of like finishing the rest of the campaign, that's not going to be a very long stream, right? That's from Lava Reef to the end of the game, and thusly the end of the Sonic story mode campaign. Um, that's not going to be very long. Lava Reef, and then like some Act 1 stuff, some 1 act stuff, and then like maybe one more full zone, and then the final boss. Um, Damn, didn't even notice me neither. That's how good Sonic 3 is. Um, but I have a proposition. I can make that stream more worthwhile by including, and this will be like the extra content bit. I'm thinking of including um, Sonic 3 and Knuckles' Knuckles campaign right after the main one finishes. Because this is something that I actually attempted to cover like way back on like a Genesis emulator in my oh God, it's been like what, I think 5 years ago I tried it. Didn't finish it, obviously. But the Knuckles campaign in Sonic 3 is technically a different campaign altogether. It's not like Sonic 2 where it's just Knuckles but with where it's just Sonic 2 but with Knuckles. Knuckles' story in Sonic 3 is a continuation of sorts of the Sonic campaign in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It's more like a epilogue story, I guess. Because it doesn't really have like a significant like impact or staying power, I guess, in the minds of most people. No one really talks about it like that either. Um, but I think it offers just enough to warrant like inclusion when it comes to the classic Sonic like lineup, at least to some degree. Um, and the best part is it's not even like it's not even really that long in comparison to the rest of the stuff we've been doing. Knuckles' campaign is a little shorter, um, and it has its own like boss fights, level routes. Knuckles himself is a whole different gameplay style from Sonic. Um, Different story, different main antagonist too, actually, come to think of it. Um, so basically my idea is after the main campaign is actually finished, the finale part of the finale, I tack on to the end the Knuckles campaign for this game. Um, just as kind of like a quick like run through. Oh, I was assuming you were gonna do the Knuckles stuff. Oh, well in that case, we're already just going straight to it then. Um, Yeah, no, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about how many when I was thinking about how many parts this was going to be end up being. I'm still maintaining five, and obviously the fifth one is the finale. Um, I was not aware of the fact that I was going to be doing the knuckle stuff um, in addition to it. But like I said, I think how it's lined up currently. You can put both together in one stream, and it would be a fairly comfortable length. Um, I think probably something comparable to how long this one ended up being, maybe just a smidge longer. It depends on how long I take on the Knuckles campaign, really, because like finishing Sonic's campaign isn't going to take very long at all. Like I have Hypersonic, I have, all the requisite, needs of this one. Um, Whereas with the Knuckles campaign, I do have to do all that special stage stuff again. But it's not really that kind of, not really that big a deal. Um, but yeah, no, yeah, we'll do the Knuckles stuff after the credits finish rolling on the Sonic thing, and then that'll be pretty much it for Sonic Origins. From there, we're back in RPG territory, I believe, no matter what, because all of the games on the next poll, well, on the current poll are RPGs. Um, nice. Okay, I'm glad this actually stuck a hell of a lot quicker than I thought it'd be. Apparently it was already stuck and I didn't even know it. Um, so yeah, yeah, we'll call it a part here. So thanks for everyone who showed up and everyone who's watching this post stream. It's always very important to to recognize. Um, and being that it is late for me, I'm gonna make this a quick outro. So have a good day, evening, night, or whatever time it is for you, and see you next week.